Best of!
That's right.
It's outdoors edition of Getting Dug with High. It's Tuesday, August 7.
8.
Is it?
Right?
8?
Is it the
Sounds
7th?
right.
Actually, I have no idea.
I think it's the 8th.
It is the 8th.
Okay, good. I brought an 8th
Yeah.
just in case it was the 8th. And we are here in Todd Glass's world. We brought the Spaceman with us.
Space at night.
Yeah, Spaceman at night.
Finally.
Spaceman after hours.
What a first.
And he's got a fire going. We're going to have s'mores later.
Smoritos.
It's a beautiful summer night here in California.
The joint went out.
Los Angeles. And the joint went out. So that's where we're at. Everything can't be perfect. Hey, you know what we didn't bring, Alicia?
Yes.
A lighter.
Oh,
there's one right there.
Oh, what's
Okay,
this?
good.
There, Doug, do you love me now?
Perfect. I loved you
tried
the
to light it in
second
the-
you invited us to come to Casa
Ellesmere.
Glassa.
Casa de Glassa.
Casa de Glassa.
I
Live
like
from
it.
Casa de Glassa.
Yeah, that's nice. No, it's thrilling to be here, and we didn't get a guest for this week per se, because we couldn't bring it. You know, we couldn't be Todd. We don't want you to be in the show at your place. Thanks for inviting us, but we got somebody. So yeah, of course, you are the guest, not only of honor, but of your own home.
And Smorito Chef.
Yeah.
That is true.
Thank you.
Todd made
See how well behaved I am?
Todd made s'moritos. Have you had a sushi rito, Todd?
You watch your mouth. You know my mother just passed away.
What does that mean?
No, it did nothing. That's what's
She
funny.
always smelled of fish.
Wait, what?
Your mom was serving fish.
What did you ask me? It's like sushi burrito.
Yeah,
I haven't, but I heard about it.
It's
and
good.
It sounds good.
it's
Uh-huh.
real good.
Yeah,
It
they're
can
fun.
be. I mean, it's it's a real wild game out there because anybody can.
Is it just an uncut sushi roll?
But like,
No, it's just like a giant
basically.
sushi
Oh, but it
roll
is bigger.
with
Yeah.
lots of stuff in it.
I
yeah.
gotcha.
It
It's
feels
really
like your
good.
fillings, rice, and then like
Yeah.
seaweed.
You have lots of
outside.
options at the places that sell them. Usually, it's not like just one thing. Like
Doesn't
it's-
sound so good anymore.
Yeah, now that we talked about it so much, that's the thing about food that you can't eat. You're just talking about it. It loses its appeal.
Loses. Does it? Does that make any sense? What you just said?
It doesn't.
I didn't.
No. And I'm gonna smoke a little.
I was thinking. I go either. I just go, oh yeah, and then I look like an idiot if you're aware you said nothing.
Right.
But I want to be polite. But also, I go, is he saying anything?
It's like those, we've both done a
You know
ton
what I
of,
mean?
when you go on morning TV in a city that you're performing in, you go on the morning news and the anchors or whatever sit there and ask you questions like, what's it like doing comedy? What's your comedy like?
What's
Because they
your
don't even know
favorite
who you
movie?
are. You're just plugged in there to go in,
Right.
And then, but they have their next question is all they're thinking about the whole time you're answering a question. So, so you could say the most ridiculous nonsense on those shows, and they go, "Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this," and they just move on to another question that has nothing to do with what you just said.
It's so when you're on the road and you get to a morning show that doesn't do that. Like in Arizona, there was a morning show. It's such a treat. You're like, oh, you're present. But yeah, it's so funny when they go, my favorite thing to do on those shows, and I forget who told me to do it, but I'll admit somebody gave me the idea. They said, it's just anybody can do it, but just change it up. They're so used to the norm. Go, what's that guy doing over there?
Yeah.
Take over. Because people at home love it. And I go, yeah, I would like that if I was even a little kid watching that on television.
Yeah,
This
they
guy-
watch the same people every morning.
Yeah, and then just, I follow the rules. I don't curse. I'm not there. But also, I just go, wait, can't the weather guy laugh? I mean, he's sitting over there. I mean, I'm a funny guy. I go, cut to him. Cut to them, please. And then they cut.
No, you got to do something because if you just answer their questions, they ask you serious questions
Yes.
about comedy.
Yes.
Or like, what was so and so like? Somebody that just died or something.
He was an
You're like,
asshole,
I'm here to
and he didn't
promote
return
my
calls.
comedy.
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
That's what I say when people ask me about a comedian. They go, oh, what was he like? Honestly, he was a pain. He's dead now, but he wasn't dead when he was being a pain, so, it's too late.
It's about.
Am I making any sense? No, I don't think I am.
I don't think you
I
are.
got really high.
I don't think we need you to, though.
This isn't the sense making podcast.
That was funny and nice.
It really was
The line
everything.
that I walk in my car.
That's the one.
Someone has to do it.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Taylor's getting a call.
That's the Smorito.
Ah.
That's a Smorito
I
alarm?
didn't know you were
That's the
co-chef
Smorito
on the
alarm.
Smoritos. Wow.
Well, Todd,
Holy smoke.
I should say that, the first 10 minutes of this performance, of this us just sitting around a fire, it's going to be on YouTube for people to watch for free. And then 10 minutes into the show, that's why the alarm scared me, because I've got an alarm of my own.
Can I say something?
10 minutes into the show, we throw it to Patreon, and only Patreon people can watch the rest of it. But that first 10 is going to get a lot more viewers, because a lot of people like a free show. So, Todd, while we've got those people, what do you want to plug?
You know what? I'm not. I can't plug one thing because
Yeah.
out of respect to, what's going on.
Jesus
But I was on a new show doing The Voice. Just so you know, I'm working. People. I don't care if I advertise as long as people know. Yeah, I worked on a show, but I can't right now out of respect and willingly. Just can't mention it. But I want people to know. Oh yeah, but Todd's doing something. His career is fine. But there's nothing to plug. No dates right now. I just got back from Toronto and.
What about your social media?
Oh, listen, I'm having a ball. I don't believe in God, but let me tell you something. Chad Maxwell, he's got
He's godlike?
He's got a TikTok account.
No,
He's
I
a
see.
funny fuck. Helps me with my socials.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Because your socials used to be like, it would just be you and not funny. He's telling you how to be funny.
You know what, Doug? How about this? I have two things I want to say, and then I'm going to react to what you said. Number one,
okay.
No, I just have to wedge in there. I think we should. One thing I want to say. I'm glad you're here. Like when you said, I said it to you, but then someone wants to do it if they bring it up before you bring it up again. So
Right.
I would never
No,
bring it
you
up
were like,
again.
yeah, come over anytime. And I was like, how about next week?
I know
and you're
you
like,
did.
ha ha ha. Maybe in a month or so. And this is exactly a month later. Because I was like, this is practically written in blood. Because it's so fun to do something like this, with this show. Because, the show could be anything at this point except for, a show with like a studio and all that stuff,
This is
we can
perfect.
go anywhere.
This is perfect for
So
your
it's
show.
so fun to be here.
It reeks marijuana and campfires. They're Americana. Okay,
That's
the other
the funny
thing
thing is like I've smoked weed by a campfire on occasion, but not really, because I didn't start smoking weed until my late 20s. So I wasn't really doing as many campfires at that point in my life.
Yeah.
And now this is like a rare one for me. Because also when you're at a campfire at the beach, I guess now it's different. Yeah. But 10, 15 years ago, you can't just sit around smoking weed because stupid beach cops will come along and yell at you.
We started smoking pretty much exactly the same time. Like
right.
that's about
we
when
were
I
in
started.
comedy for a few years and went, oh, everybody's smoking weed, let's do that.
I always smoked. Look, maybe I'm trimming the numbers, but it wasn't until about 12 years ago that I started smoking like on weekends, doing an hour. I would smoke 10 minutes set around LA, 10 minutes set, 15, but I rarely smoked on the road, except starting 13 years ago. Now it's 50-50.
Yeah, but you used to be like a post-show drinking and smoking person.
I never
You
smoked.
were never drunk or high on stage.
I've drank.
Drunk while you were on stage?
Yeah, and I regretted it when I would drink too much. If I have 4 drinks, to be honest, I think you can make my show better.
Right,
4
there's
drinks.
a point, yeah.
I think it makes it even better. I know.
Because you gotta be loose.
Right. Does the 5th ruin it? No, but it starts. So I learned. I wish it was longer, but like it was unfortunately 10 years ago, and I got too drunk on a show, and it was bad.
Right,
And it felt,
that
I
happens.
would think about it the next day. I would drive down the street and go, God, people pay to park and they pay for babysitters. Sometimes they spend money they don't fucking have. And then I get up there and jack around. It's not like if I'm trying and I bomb, which rarely happens. But if I'm, no, so. What was I saying?
I don't know. You had like a 3-point plan at the beginning of this, and I think you've only mentioned one of your
follow-
points.
okay.
I don't mind if I'm trying very hard and one night, yeah, I can even blame the crowd. But that wasn't that situation. That was me being way too drunk. I did like 20 minutes of stand-up and then just started singing and walked off stage. It's like, oh, when my friend told me in the morning, Meg, I was like, oh no.
That's just you don't know. You're just not there anymore, drunk. That's what
I
that is.
forgot.
Yeah, you're just
I-
you're so drunk that like because like who of any of us would just walk off stage, when we were just sober or high, like wouldn't just wander off
That's such a crazy.
when it's not, when the time's not even done yet.
Just mid-joke.
Especially you, Todd, because you're not one of those guys that goes on and on forever, but you will do a long show sometimes if you're having fun. And back in the day, you used to say, "Hey, everybody, come out to the parking lot." And you do another 20 from the back of a truck. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the 10-minute point.
Can I talk through this here?
Yeah,
real quick? When that starts going out, it smokes more. So even though it's going to make the fire bigger, it'll get rid of the smoke.
Okay.
That's cool with me.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all.
I got to share something about myself. I'm a bit of a pyromaniac,
All right. Well, we got to.
and I apologize.
All right. Well, this is the cutoff point. So don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
No. I think we
Don't
should
do
do
it
it
yet.
now.
Don't do it yet.
Please.
I'm teasing.
Oh.
Go to our Patreon if you want to see whatever the fuck pyro shit Todd's about to do. Bye!